Well, good morning, everyone. This is video number 2. And to start with, I'm going to talk about universes. And when we think about universes, we always seem to think about our universe, and our universe being the only universe. But let me put something to a thought right there. If our universe had a beginning, then that means something else was in existence before our universe. So we're going to go with that context of what a universe is like. And that something that existed before our universe began with the Big Bang, we're going to refer to as the cosmos. Well, we're going to make the cosmos the greater universe, the great expanse, if you will. And our universe, well, it's just another universe. So, just like you have fireworks in the sky on the 4th of July and the Chinese New Year, you have universes. You have big ones, you have little ones. Some are pretty, some are ugly, and some are just kind of strange, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, for the most part, all of them attempt to achieve the same vertical type of establishment. And this is where we're going to go into a lot of similarities throughout things that exist in our universe, and that's the vortex. But before I go into detail on the vortex, I'm going to give a little bit of history here. We're going to call this the USS Maine. So back in I got to go a little farther than when I was alive. 1898, as I'm looking at it here on my computer screen. So in 1898, the USS Maine exploded. America was not happy with the Spanish from Spain, those Spanish folks. And I had to put that in there because for the longest time, for some reason, I always thought it was the Spanish Mexicans or something. But no, my history wasn't all that great. So it was Spain. Spain had a lot of stuff over here. They had ships, they had soldiers. Weird. Well, anyway, back in 1898, one of our battleships, pretty sure they called it a battleship somewhere in there, was sunk. Well, nobody knew why it was sunk, so immediately they assumed the Spanish sunk it. And for quite some time, it was considered to have been sunk by the Spanish. So much so that it even, at the time that it had occurred, and America blaming the Spanish, we went to war with Spain. And that was called the Spanish-American War. I had to look closely here. I don't have my glasses on, so I have to kind of focus really well. Anyway, Spanish-American War, all over for that shit. How does that tie into a universe? Well, here's what's going to happen. When we had some forensic-type scientists go down there to the wreckage to see if they could determine what the actual cause might have been, they discovered the explosion that had occurred did not occur from outside the ship, from, say, a mine in the ocean, but rather from inside. And from that, they suggested that the possibility of the explosion actually occurred from a lot of loose powder and dust that had accumulated inside the ship's magazine. The magazine in battleships back in that time, as they are today, is where we keep the ammunition that's used to fire the weapons. And so the magazine in this ship was not safe, and it exploded. The same type of thing occurs with shipping hazardous materials. Oh, sorry, that Boomer just bumped my arm. He's trying to get my attention. So, excuse me, Boomer, I'm kind of busy right now. As it turns out, if you place certain chemicals together, or you place any types of chemicals or conglomerate of chemicals inside of a container that are not protected, and there is metal that could be rubbing metal against a metal container or a shipping container, you could spark an explosion. These are the kinds of things that we have to be careful of. So, what does this mean? This means that, to me, one type of universe that could occur in nature would be a spontaneous universe. And I'm going to refer to this type of universe, I'm going to call it the Maine Event. So the Maine Event kind of universe is spontaneous and combusts from basically a very dirty uh, conglomerate of icky stuff floating in space until finally something of the right type of material sparks and ignites an explosion. The difference between this explosion and, say, for other types of universal explosions is that there is no true barrier. The barrier is pressure that would be placed against the hot matter that exploded, which is the cold matter outside that hot matter. And that's it. So it doesn't really have the punch that we're kind of looking for to have been the sort of explosion that would have been the Big Bang, which began the universe we live in today. All right, that's it for today, folks. And sooner or later, I'm going to go buy a mic and put it to my computer, and then I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. That ends it for today. Thank you very much.